So I'm in the bee barn. It's freezing, but I just got a delivery that I haven't opened yet, and I thought I would open it on a live. A little background. I was talking on another live about how I wanted to add more landscape plants to my yard instead of focusing just on the raised beds with the vegetables and the cut flowers. And I have a lot of shade. So I've been doing things like hydrangeas, hostas, heucheras, hellebores. But Stephanie from Dig Plant Cook, I believe is her Instagram handle, recommended toad lilies, which I had never heard of before. And so I immediately started searching online. Everywhere I found said that it's relatively easy to start them from seed, but then what wasn't easy was finding any seeds. And there were a couple places, and no one is shipping them now. But I did find them at Holland Bulb, which I don't think I've ever ordered from before. So I found them there, and they had a bunch of different ones, and they were all on sale. They're not going to ship until later in the spring. But while I was on the website, I thought, okay, I have to pay for shipping. And then over to the left, I saw this 80% off. And I clicked on that and started scrolling and was like, ooh, I need this and I need that. These are too good of a deals to pass up. So I ordered some other things, and they just came today, and they are ready for immediate planting. I'm assuming they were discounted because they probably should have been planted in the fall. But they are such a good deal that even if I plant them now and they don't, like I got a couple daffodil varieties, even if they don't do anything this year, the cost that I'm getting them for is worth it for next, like I'll have them next year and then forever after that. So that is what is happening. And I'm going to stay in the bee barn as long as I can, even though it's really cold. I should be dressed better. And I've got a glass of wine. And I'm going to tell you, I've got pictures of everything I ordered, so I'll be able to add those to the live as I open stuff. And we will open it together. So all of this was purchased with my own money. I have no relation or affiliation with this company. I'm hoping everything looks really good. I did notice when I went onto their website, a pop-up window said, sign up for emails and get 15% off. So I did that. So in addition to everything being discounted up to 80%, I also got an extra 15% off. And cheers, bonsai guys. And a tip, I'm sure everybody knows this, but like if you've already signed up for a company and gotten that 15% off of a purchase by submitting your email, like just create another email account next time you order and use that email account and get another 15% off. I do that all the time. Okay. So first up is Purple Sensation Allium. Let me find that one. All right, so I purchased Purple Sensation Allium because I was listening to one of Leslie Harris's podcasts, Into the Garden with Leslie, where she was interviewing Aaron the Impatient Gardener, and they were talking alliums. And I tried planting alliums one year. You know, like some of them like get really tall and they're big and showy. I planted some that I picked up maybe from Lowe's in a bag or something. They got like this tall. They never like bloomed again. So I thought, let's like invest and get some decent ones. So I got this Purple Sensation Allium, and I got it. It was $2.24. Yeah. And I think you get, let's see, hold on. Let me look it up. I also made sure before talking about all of this stuff, everything I'm going to talk about except for one thing is still in stock and still like discounted up to 80%. So the Purple Sensation Allium, 5 bulbs for $2.24. And I'll plant those immediately. All right. Next up, let's see if we can find it. Here we go. So these are, I didn't even realize they've got pictures on the bag. Let's open them up and make sure I don't mix them up. Okay, these look really good. They're firm. There's no signs of disease or anything. I'm very happy with the way these look. So 5 bulbs for $2.24. The next thing I ordered was Mercurius Allium. Pull that one up. That's these. And they were 5 bulbs for $5.98. Here. They came looking like this. Okay, so these don't look as good to me. I don't know if they're supposed to look like that. They feel firm, but I'm a little nervous about why the outside looks so gray. They all kind of look like that. They've all got some of this gray on it, but you know what? For this price, I mean, I'm still going to plant them. That's fine. The next thing I purchased from Holland Bulbs from their sale was Replete Pink Daffodil. I do not like the color yellow for flowers, but I just recently was introduced a couple years ago to the idea that there are pink daffodils. I'm all in on the pink daffodils. This is the Replete Pink Daffodil. She just looks fun. Let's see how much she was. And find her in here. Okay, 5 bulbs for $3.98. These look really good. Oh no, this one is a little squishy. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. Sorry, Ranger. Okay, all of them are super squishy. I might be writing. Let me grab the one I dropped. Sorry, bug. I'm gonna write to the company about these. They feel very squishy. I don't like it. All right, what's next? Vanilla Peach Butterfly Daffodil. How can you even, how can you resist just that name? Okay, look at that. Woo! And let's check these out. These were 5 bulbs for okay, so these are out of stock. These were 5 bulbs for $3.39. Super squishy. Really squishy. This one though, you can see it's got some growth. So there's a chance these could be okay. But I don't love how squishy they are. So maybe don't buy daffodils on clearance in February. All right. For those joining, I'm opening a box of Holland Bulb Farms items that I recently purchased using my own money because they had a big sale and I was wanting to, make use of the amount of money I was spending on shipping for the toad lilies, which are going to ship later in the spring, which is the whole reason for the order. Purple Bird Cordalis. I've never even heard of this. There we go. That looks kind of cool. And that was it would be nice if there were prices and stuff on my receipt. I got 5 bulbs for $7. These are also out of stock. Wow, these are tiny. they almost look like little anemones. They feel okay. I don't know what they're supposed to feel like, but we'll plant those. So tiny. And then the last thing in my order is Ivory Bells Fritillaria. I've never grown Fritillaria. These are still in stock. I got one bulb for $6.59. Normally, oh my God. Normally one bulb is $33. Seems like a lot. This one is packed in wood shavings. Don't know what it's supposed to look like. This is interesting because this looks like where the roots are going to be. And then this is the top. So I feel like it's growing out of the side. Oh my God. Ew. It's so squishy. Oh. Yeah. I think I'm going to write to... Smells really weird too. That doesn't smell good. I am going to write to Holland Bulb and let them know that I'm a little upset with the squishiness of the daffodils and the fritillaria. Fritillaria. I don't know how to pronounce it. I can call or I can send an email or chat. I think I will. Looks like they're out of Wisconsin. Is anyone... Let me stop sharing this. Oh, wait. I got to show you the whole reason I placed the order of the thing I don't even have yet because it hasn't shipped yet. Here. This is a mixed toad lily. And it was... You can see at the bottom, I think, 11 for... mixed toad lily. It was it'll come 3 roots for $11.47. And I just think that looks so cool. They look like they're in the orchid family. I know nothing about them. Stephanie from Dig Grow Plant Grow sounds right. She recommended planting toad lilies, so I decided I was going to plant toad lilies. So that's the whole reason I placed the order. And then I got sucked into the 80% off sale. And I would say I am 50% happy with the condition of the stuff. The alliums look great. The daffodils feel squishy. The cordalis feels okay, but I don't know what it should feel like. And then the fritillaria, it smells bad and is squishy. So I'm definitely going to write to the company and let them know. I don't know what to do. Like, I guess we'll find out if they want me to send stuff back or if I'll just try planting it and roll the dice and maybe lose the money. Let me stop sharing that. What is your list again for shade-loving plants? Preferable those that'll do well in pots. So I don't grow any of my shade-loving plants in pots. The ones I'm doing are in my landscape border around the edges of the grass because we have so many trees. And in those, but I know some of them will do okay in pots. Hostas do okay in pots. My neighbor has some that have lasted years and years, and we've even pulled them out of the pot and divided them. So hostas are great in the shade. Hydrangeas are great in the shade. Again, my neighbor has a hydrangea in a pot. Hellebores. I plant hellebores around the bases of the trees. And heuchera. And then now I'm going to add these toad lilies. And I mean, there's like so many more shade-loving plants. But that's not my wheelhouse. Like for years, I have just focused on my raised beds with vegetables. And then just recently got into cut flowers in the raised beds. But what I want to do is I want to try and emulate and channel Yulia from Why Do You Garden and Brad from Garden.Evolution and several others that really put a lot of thought into their landscape and have made their backyards just these gorgeous oases. I just don't know. Like they spit out the names of the plants and the Latin names, and I'm sitting here like trying to write it down. I'm like, so I definitely, that is a deep dive I want to do. That's one of my gardening goals for this year, is to learn more about perennials, especially native perennials, and planting to make my whole backyard look like a gorgeous garden. All right, Redbird99 says that she got a daylily from Holland bulb, and now I have like 20 of them. Sounds like her experience was good. Has anyone on here ordered from Holland bulb? I believe this is my first time. I mean, I could have like ordered daffodils from them years ago and just not remember. But this is my first time, I think, ordering from them. And so I don't have any experience with them, but if you guys, I would love to hear what your experience has been with them. I'd also love to know what their customers, like what to expect when I contact their customer service. It's so refreshing when a company has good customer service. Kind of balances out all those times where, you know, you're on the phone with AT&T or the internet company for 7 days. All right, I'm not seeing anyone that has ordered from Holland bulbs before. I have heard, let's see, some other companies that I've heard that are good, but I haven't ordered from. I think there's one called like Brent and Becky's bulbs, maybe. A lot of B alliteration with that one. But I've never ordered from there. I'm trying to think where I have ordered bulbs from. What's one of the big daffodil bulb companies? I'm blanking. I can't even remember. Okay, so the plan will be, for the things that look good, I'm going to go ahead and get those in the ground tomorrow. The problem is going to be figuring out where to plant them. I do this every year. I plant so much stuff when there's no leaves on the trees, and I can't plan well like how much sun it's going to get once the trees have leaves. So I end up being one of those people that digs up plants and moves them like 3 times before deciding, okay, this will be your home. This is where you will be happy. And that's terrible. I mean, you can do it, but the adage is that the first year you plant something, so the first year it sleeps, it just kind of hangs out. The second year it creeps, it grows a little, and then the third year is when it leaps, and that's when it puts on a ton of growth. Well, if I'm moving it every year for 3 years, we're into like year 6 before it starts doing anything. And for someone who's impatient, that makes it really hard. So I've got to get better about that. Brex bulbs. I think I've ordered from Brex before. I've had good experience with Brex, but I do think there's something about like Becky's bulbs. I have that in my head, but I can't be sure. Okay, I ordered from them. Nothing grew, and they are going to replace the order in spring. Oh, Notorious Shasha. I want to know what you ordered from them. I can't believe nothing grew. Did you plant stuff in the fall? And that's how you know nothing already grew? Hold on, Ranger wants out. Do you want out? It's so cold. Oh. I would turn on the little space heater, but it's really loud. That would make for an annoying live. Notorious Shasha, tell me what you ordered from them that did not grow. And are you nervous to get it all over again in the spring? All right, sounds like you planted it in the fall and nothing grew. I'm getting a little nervous. Now I'm wondering, could I plant them in containers so that I can see whether or not they grow or rot and then transplant them to the yard? Because if I plant them in the yard, I will not remember where I planted them, and I'll never know like what happened to them. Brent and Becky's bulbs. Thank you, Mary MEJ63. Brent and Becky's Bulbs is one I've heard is really good, but I've never ordered from them. Breck's Bulbs I have ordered from, and that has been good. I don't know if American Meadows does bulbs, but I've ordered dahlia tubers from them before and had a good experience. Were the bulbs viable? I don't know. We're going to find out. Yeah, Gaston Gardening, experiment time, except I'm like, kind of want my money back for those squishy ones. Okay, Shannon. Okay. I am going to do my best to remember that your name is Shannon. It's so hard. I mean, once you start, you ordered ranunculus. Ooh, I would be really mad if those didn't grow. I'm going to do my best to remember your name. I have a hard enough time remembering everybody's like Instagram handles, as you know, because with Stephanie with Dig Plant Grow, I keep botching it. I'm probably still botching it. I always plant in pots except daffodils and tulips. That's interesting. Mamie MW, because for the first time ever this year, for some reason, and I think it's because I put a bunch of raised beds on my side yard. So I dug up all the tulips and daffodils that had been planted in the ground there before I put the raised beds down. So I had all these like extra tulips and daffodils hanging around, and I didn't know if they were viable or not because I like dug them out and treated them real bad and stored them over winter. I planted them in pots, and I'm looking at them right now, and they are looking, I'll turn you guys around. They're looking happy, and they're looking like daffodils for the most part. Can you guys see that pot out there? That gray one with the green popping up? Those are whatever bulbs were in the garage, and I just popped them into these containers just to see what would happen. But I think that's what I'm going to do with these. With the alliums, I'll plant them in the ground. With these really squishy daffodils, I'm going to try and get my money back, but I'll plant them in a pot and see what happens. I'll do that tomorrow. I say that now. We'll see if I do it tomorrow. That's true, Heritage Creations. Flower farmers do grow tulips and stuff in crates. And have you guys seen, do you guys follow Grateful Gardeners? Sarah and Tom up in Maryland. I used to live near there. They are growing tulips hydroponically. It's really interesting. They're doing all kinds of cool greenhouse hydroponic experiments like dahlias, and they've got fish tanks. It's really interesting to watch. They just purchased this huge property. They used to flower farm on the tiny little land with a house in the suburbs, and then they moved to this big area, and so it's so fun to watch them from the ground up put up the greenhouse, the cooler. They're gonna do a whole cottage garden. They've got a barn for events. They've got a pond, and they've got dogs that are amazing. So they're a great follow. Grateful, I think it's Grateful_Gardeners or Grateful.Gardeners. It's Sarah and Tom. They're a great follow. They are doing tulips hydroponically. It's really cool. Okay, I just checked the order. Ranunculus, peony, dahlia, and lilies. Only the lilies came up. That doesn't bode well for me. I will keep you guys updated though. I might have, you know what I gotta go do tomorrow is I need to go get more Coco Loco from the one place near me that I can pick it up in person. Y'all, my husband is texting me, let's go do a lap with the dogs. It is legit freezing and raining out. No, I don't want to do that. He also doesn't know where I am. But if he looks out the kitchen window, he'll see the lights on in the bee barn, and I'll be busted. Okay. Let's do that. There we go. He can't see me. Just hide out here with you guys for a little bit longer. I did start dahlia seeds today. It's early. You don't need to start dahlia seeds right now. I am saving my own seeds. I saved my own seeds. I can see them looking for me. I saved my own seeds, and I don't know if they're viable. So I thought I would do like a germination test and test 6 of the seeds to see if they're okay. When I was saving them, they felt, I don't like this word, they felt plump and firm. I don't know why. Those sound gross in my mouth. And so I thought, these are great. Well, I let them dry out and I packaged them up, and now they feel very not substantial. I'll use that. They felt substantial when I saved them, and now they feel less substantial. So I'm not sure if they're gonna grow or not. And I also learned, I'm gonna butcher this, I learned from Paula at Garden Bee Flower Farm that, and I grew formal and informal decoratives, a couple dinner plates, that seeds saved from those types of dahlias typically only have like a 30% germination rate, even if they're good seeds. So it'll be interesting to see how I do with the dahlia seeds this year. I have to say, the dahlias I grew from seed last year, those 2 plants were like the tallest in my garden, the healthiest, the most prolific blooming, and were blooming first before everything else, before cuttings that I had taken and potted up, before tubers that I planted in the ground. So I love growing dahlias from seeds and will always do that. I feel like I should text him back to say, I don't want to do that. You do it without me. Let me do that real quick. Is it back? What are you supposed to do if you get a phone call during a live? Like, it totally messes it up. Here we go. It's freezing and it's also raining. I don't want to do that. I also want him to cook dinner tonight instead of me. I might be pushing my luck. But I also don't really have anything else to talk about, so I probably should go in and flip a coin to see who's going to cook dinner tonight. Also, it's getting really cold out here. Okay, well, just a quick synopsis. I placed my first ever order from Holland Bulb. I did sign up for their emails, got 15% off. I did shop their up to 80% off clearance. I am happy with the 2 alliums I got. I think I'm happy with the Corydalis. I am not happy with how squishy the daffodil bulbs are, and I'm not happy with how squishy the fritillaria bulb is. So I will be contacting their customer service. The whole reason I ordered from them was I wanted some toad lilies. Those will be shipped as roots sometime later in the spring. So, all right. I'll see you guys soon.